What happens when two of Britney Spears' ex-husbands go to war, and one of them accuses the other of profiting off her pain? Kevin Federline just dropped his tell-all book, You Thought You Knew, claiming to finally share his side of life with the pop icon. But before the ink could even dry, Britney's first husband, Jason Alexander, jumped online, and what he said flipped the entire story upside down. Because according to Jason, Kevin isn't the victim he's pretending to be. In fact, he might have been part of the problem all along. Kevin Federline's new memoir was supposed to give fans a peek behind the curtain of his chaotic marriage to Britney Spears. But instead of sympathy, Kevin found himself in the middle of a social media firestorm. In the book, he claims Britney cheated on him with one of her female dancers during a tour stop in Amsterdam. He paints himself as the man who tried to keep it together while Britney spiraled, but fans weren't buying it. The timing raised eyebrows, especially since Kevin's child support payments from Britney recently ended. Many accused him of using her name for a quick payday, saying the book felt like a desperate cash grab. But before Kevin could enjoy the headlines, someone from Britney's past decided he'd said enough. That someone was Jason Alexander, Britney's very first husband, the man she married in Las Vegas for just 55 hours. Jason lit up Instagram with a post that instantly went viral, writing, You don't get to tell half the story. Not when you were in the middle of it. He accused Kevin of rewriting history to make himself look like the good guy, saying it was easy to point fingers now when Kevin had been right there during the chaos. Jason claimed Kevin wasn't an innocent bystander during Britney's darkest years. He was feeding off them. The drugs, the alcohol, the fame, Jason wrote, suggesting Kevin thrived off the same wild energy that eventually tore Britney apart. Then Jason dropped a line that set the internet on fire. Let's be honest. You became a millionaire off her pain. Fans reposted it everywhere, calling it the most honest thing anyone said about Britney's past. Jason said Kevin had no problem enjoying the fame, the money, and the lifestyle that came from being Mr. Britney Spears, until it no longer suited him. He demanded accountability. Don't pretend you were the victim or the hero. Those of us who were really there, we remember how it really went down. His post reopened one of the darkest chapters in Britney's story. Britney's reps quickly stepped in, firing back with a statement that cut deep. Once again, he and others are profiting off her, they said, noting it came right after Kevin's child support ended. They reminded everyone that Britney isn't focused on the past, she's focused on her sons, Sean Preston and Jaden James. And that she already told her truth in her memoir, The Woman in Me. But fans weren't done talking. What started as a book promo had become a full-blown war of loyalty, with Britney's exes on opposite sides and millions of fans caught in the middle. Team Britney fans flooded social media, praising Jason for saying what everyone was thinking, calling Kevin's book another attempt to cash in on Britney's trauma. Others weren't convinced Jason's motives were pure, pointing to his own messy past, including his attempt to crash Britney's wedding in 2022. Still, even Jason's critics admitted his post struck a nerve. Meanwhile, Kevin's defenders insisted he was just telling his story after years of silence. And through it all, Britney stayed completely silent, watching two men from her past argue over her life yet again. Because underneath all the noise, one truth became clear. Britney Spears has spent most of her life being sold by the people closest to her. From her early fame to her conservatorship, every man who's stepped into her life seems to have found a way to profit from her pain. Even now, with her free and out of the spotlight, her story keeps getting retold by everyone but her. Reports now suggest Kevin's book could face serious backlash. Some say Britney's team might even take action if more personal details keep surfacing. Jason's post continues to spread online, and insiders claim Britney's seen it, but she's staying silent. Fans are speculating that Jason's sudden defense might be more than coincidence, that maybe Britney's preparing her own quiet response. Because in her world, the story never really ends. Maybe Jason Alexander was right. Maybe Kevin's book isn't about closure, it's about cash. Or maybe Kevin truly believes he's finally telling his truth. Either way, Britney's past still grips pop culture, even when she's not speaking. How many times does she have to be set free before people finally let her stay free? What do you think? Was Jason defending Britney? or just chasing attention? And did Kevin cross the line, or is he finally being honest about his side of the story? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe because with Britney Spears, the story never really ends.